Thank you for joining us for today's weekly press conference with women's volleyball head coach Tyler Hildebrand. We'll open things up with a statement from Coach, then open it up for questions.
Thanks, Roger. We got back late Saturday night, and we have a quick turnaround here with San Diego tomorrow, who's been playing great. And then we finish up over on the island, which we're excited for this week. Santa Barbara game, Santa Barbara played really well, and we fought really, really hard. We weren't playing our best volleyball as a group. We had some individuals play really well, but we fought really, really hard, and I think almost or should have won the third set with a comeback. Probably shouldn't have won the second set with a comeback, but we did, and so we're proud of that night. We did not play our best match against Cal Poly. Cal Poly didn't play their best match. It was kind of two teams not playing their best. I don't know the status of 25, but she went down, and she's one of their best players. And one came in and did a good job, but I hope she's okay. It's with all of the injuries we've had, that's the last thing we ever want is for someone like that to go down. So, I think they played hard and rallied around that. And but neither team played very, very good volleyball. And weird match. I mean, we were up 15-2 in the first set. We certainly knew that that's not how the match was going to go. We knew it was going to be close. But tough way to lose all three of the sets we lost. Not just because we lost them, but because of how we lost them. We didn't play a lot of, we talk about win, lose, or draw, and we were not executing win, lose, or draw. We were, so that was, cliche. Coaches say, oh, it's great to have a loss like that. Because we have the tournament, we think that loss, the way we lost, is going to help us because we haven't felt like we've played like that, by kind of abandoning who we are when it matters in a very long time, even with some of our other losses. So it was a good reminder that culture, how we play the game, all the things it takes for us to be really good is fragile, and you're never over the hump on that. So we're going to use that as fuel to try to play great this week and build towards next week for the tournament.
Coach, obviously your team has dealt with some injuries and players not being there, but despite all of that, you basically are tied with second place with Cal Poly and Hawaii. This is pretty much the penultimate week of the regular season. How big is this week to you and to the players?
It's a big week. We anytime we get to go play at Hawaii, it's great. San Diego's been playing really, really well. They took Santa Barbara to 5. They had won 6 in a row previous to Cal Poly loss, I think. So it's a big week to learn and grow. We've said all year we got to learn from our wins, learn from our losses. We have tough schedule down the stretch, and we knew that. We had a tough schedule this whole season. So this is a big week because we need to respond, which we've done all year, and we need to respond. And win, lose, or draw this week, we need to build some momentum going into next week because we certainly know now that we have to win the tournament to get the qualifier. So we don't think we have a chance at a bid. Maybe we do, but our mind is set on building this week and being ready to go next week. And I miss playing in these matches down the stretch, and I certainly miss playing matches at Hawaii. It's a wonderful place to play this sport.
Coach, this past weekend, more than half of your sets played were decided by 2 points. Sometimes you had to come from behind. I think I remember at least one of them you were ahead, but is there ever a focus on how to finish those sets?
I wouldn't say so much just about like specifically finishing sets or starting sets, which can be a mindset. What we did at the end of the Cal Poly sets 2, 3, and 4, it wasn't about like not playing great, and then not executing down the stretch. We played that whole match. We again, even when we were at 15-2, that was more Cal Poly. It was a little eerie. They were just off. Something was up, and we knew that wasn't going to be the case. They're a great team and well coached. So even in the first set, we weren't really playing how we've played a lot of the year in terms of what we the standards that we know that we have to play at, particularly with getting junked, particularly with playing great defense and transitioning in offense. We had 063 in trans in that match. So that's not all just at the end of the set. That's the match. That's our lowest transition number of the season. In our last 8 matches previous to this weekend, we were hitting 390 in transition over 8 matches. That's a massive number. We've out transitioned almost every team we've played almost all year. We had 063. That's a sign that we're a little tentative on offense. We weren't identifying situations. Our out of system setting was tentative and not good, and we weren't sharp. And so, to answer your question, Matt, I don't think it was that we were playing good and then didn't close out sets. It was that we weren't playing really all weekend, but it was certainly more the case against Cal Poly. So, again, because of the tournament, this is why this is such a great thing for our. I texted Carolina Walters, the coach at Cal Poly, after the match. I said, "Hey, nice match. You guys did a great job of closing sets and playing great at the end of sets." I hope 20, I don't know what happened with 25. I hope she's going to be okay. And she said, "Hey, it's always great to fight with you guys. Something really nice." And she said, "I'm really excited about going down. It's great that we all get to go play again and play for it, And so it's a wonderful thing we have this tournament. And so in that sense, we get to learn from this weekend.
Just talking about that, how exciting is it that instead of just scoreboard watching this weekend, you're out there and you know that everybody's going to come down here and go down to the pyramid to play for it all?
Yeah, again, it's almost similar to last year. I mean, everyone would just be essentially waiting if Santa Barbara lost a match, they have one loss. So Santa Barbara, the season's over for every single team. So it wouldn't even be scoreboard watching because there's nothing to watch. Santa Barbara could play anyone they wanted and lose both matches and be in. So, again, I really don't have any clue how we have not had a tournament in this conference. I get it in the 90s and the mid 2000s when there was multiple 3, 4, 5 teams getting in, and it was a much stronger conference relative to the Power Fives hadn't risen as they have. So. Yeah, this is a perfect case in point. Nobody would be playing for anything all week. So we're excited to be playing for something.
And then, Coach, who do you think stood out in last weekend's games against UC Santa Barbara and Cal Poly? And who are some players that have been putting in work in the weight room and have been secretly, doing great in practice?
I think we're all working hard. All the girls are working hard. Their commitment and dedication to each other and the culture has been amazing. So no one has been putting in anything extra. I mean, you got to talk about Livy. I mean, it's one thing to come in with absolutely nothing to lose and beat Bakersfield and CSUN and go off as you're 450, 500 or something in 2 matches. Got freshman of the week. That's one thing. But then to know that you have to do it again. It's not so easy all week to know you're reliant because we knew we were going to have Nat. So for her to hit, I think she hit 350 or something against Santa Barbara and 200 against Cal Poly. That's just very impressive. And she's a stud. And what a great moment for her and for our team. For her, Jenna Giambi played really well over the weekend. Elisa Gee carried us on offense the first night. We weren't as good collectively as we need to beat those 2 teams on the road. Fingers crossed, it looks like Natalie, we hope, will be back this week. We have no idea for sure, but we hope she'll be back this week. And Natalie practiced today, so we hope she'll be back. So that obviously Natalie, numbers-wise, I'm sure we have a lot of great upsets in our league, but numbers-wise, Natalie's been the best opposite in the league. 3rd in hitting efficiency, 1st in aces, I think it's fair to make that statement. So having her back She was a little rusty today. She hasn't practiced in 2 weeks, so but she looked physically really good, which is all we cared about. We didn't care about how she played.
Jalen Jordan did get in to one of the matches, and how nice was it just to see her back on the court in a game situation?
Yeah, great. We trust JJ. She's played a lot for us. She's always we know what you're going to get with JJ. She plays very consistently in the gym, in practice, and in games. She did that last year. I think she did a pretty good job. She didn't have a whole lot of time, but I'm just happy. I mean, JJ was out for 7 weeks or something again this year, so I don't know exactly, but it was a big chunk of our season. So I'm just happy she's healthy. I'm always happy when she's healthy. She's had very limited time in her whole time here that she's been healthy. So she's a great kid, and we love her. And I'm just happy she's healthy, and we have no hesitation. JJ going in the game. We know what we're going to get. She always plays like herself. So
anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
No, just want to say again, I'm excited for our conference to come here next week. We're all excited that there's a lot of teams playing for something, and there'd be one more team if San Diego was eligible. So that's just part of their D2, D1 thing, I believe. So we're just happy that 6, 7, 8, whatever it is, teams are playing this week for something. And so we want to be thankful to the Big West. And we're really proud of our team to lose those 2 matches the way we did, to go through the injuries we have. There's a lot of reasons we can have excuses and get down ourselves and have culture issues. And, if you guys were in practice today, you would have thought that, we were undefeated all season in terms of the energy, how we trained, how we played, and the true commitment to JT3 for us, and the true commitment to that. We know we've been preparing to have a chance to earn the AQ at the end of the year. So to not let that phase us and do that is really unique, and we're really proud of our team.
Beautiful. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Jess.
Yeah.